I'm John Harvey, and the idea for this project began with me. Have been a great big fan of the Allman Brothers Band since I was about 14 years old. I've seen them in concert many times. They present a great mixture of blues, jazz, rock and roll, and the melding of all of those elements, I think, is one of the reasons they're such a popular band, and they created a lot of magic over the years that they performed. I've been a jazz fan for a long time. Big band jazz really caught my ear when I was in college, and I was fortunate to be able to hear live big band ensembles on college campuses. In fact, I first saw Mark Lanter perform when he was on stage with the University of Alabama Jazz Band. I came across an album recorded by the Bob Curnow LA Big Band, playing from the book of music by Pat Metheny and Lyle Mays of the Pat Metheny Group, which has become one of the biggest names in jazz today. Ever since I heard that record and have been totally enamored by it, I began to hear other popular artists or artists that I enjoyed in a big band context. And when I listened to the Allman Brothers Band, there are so many elements there that seem to overlap in my mind, that this idea of bringing the Allman Brothers Band music into the context of the big band ensemble was born. The Allman Brothers brought elements of jazz certainly into their music. While they're known somewhat for long and extended improvisational solos, there really is, at its core, the strength of the songs themselves. And so there was very strong songwriting, great arrangements, and the added mix of blues, jazz, gospel, rock, all those elements that just made a great stew. That relates so well to the world of jazz and big band jazz charts that I'm familiar with, which do the same thing. Strong arrangements, ample opportunity for solos and improvised solos, but at the core, strong songs, good songs with strong arrangements. And so the match in that just seemed obvious to me anyway. And so that's kind of where this idea was born. I first had the idea for this project probably 8 or 9 years ago. And I tried over those years in several different ways to bring it about. From the very beginning, as a matter of fact, my idea was that I would be the drummer and surround myself with musicians and have this fun project. As the idea for that grew, I contacted folks at college jazz bands and several other options that came to my mind. But it was when I reached out to Mark Lanter that I finally found someone who was truly interested in what I had in mind and could help me bring it to fruition. I'd like to extend a special note of thanks to our arrangers. We've narrowed down to 10 songs from the Allman Brothers Band catalog, which was something of a challenge in and of itself. The next step in making certain that it's a success is good, solid, strong arrangements. And with Mark's help, we recruited a number of really talented guys. This assembled group of musicians is bringing to life the concept that I've had in my mind for all these years. And frankly, they're doing it better than I could have ever hoped for, really even better than I imagined. And I'm really proud of what we're accomplishing.